Just when you think it's over, more evidence has come out against YouTuber MyUsernamesThis, who is most known for his jailbreak videos. Username was recently exposed for not treating one of his commissioners correctly. Furthermore, more evidence has come out about MyUsernamesThis being accused of mistreating a commissioner with payment again other than Java Creates. Let's go over the situations in which MyUsernamesThis has been exposed and under fire on Twitter recently. So basically, this commissioner is known as Elephant, and Elephant says that although user is his friend, he has mistreated him multiple times while on the job with payment and much more. In the zip file the user has provided titled userdrama.zip, the commissioner provides a couple folders as into this situation. These folders are titled 80th Payment Drama and Bot Payment Drama. We're going to be going over these folders today and what username evidence has against him. Before I start, user has apologized for this, so please don't take any of this into account against him. All we can hope is that user changes from this situation. Basically, the commissioner explains that he himself and a few others have worked tirelessly to create a Minecraft server for MyUsernamesThis revolving around jailbreak but on Minecraft. This server is known as 80th, hence the title 80th Drama on the folder. They say that in September of 2021, user told us the development of the Minecraft server 80th was going to be paused. In December 2021, I requested permission to make a simple survival multiplayer game mode as per player request on the server, and he allowed us to proceed. After making it, I asked if we were still on the same contract for payment. His only response is that development of it was paused. After a few days, I revisited the issue and asked for payment for the few hours of work that went into the survival game mode. He consistently tried to avoid payment by claiming the survival game mode was not part of the original terms. However, that was not true. He also made an attempt to avoid the topic altogether by switching to a different topic. In the end, the other developer got paid for our work, but it was too much of a hassle. 3 screenshots are provided as to context into the situation in the 80th Drama folder. Let's go over what each of them mean. Label them 1, 2, and 3 for easier use. In screenshot 1, as you can see, they're saying you're under the same contract of 20 hour, therefore you should get paid for background work. Although development is paused, you still have to pay for background work and upkeep of the servers. In screenshot 2, it is explained that he gave Mystic Elephant the green light for the SMP, and although he paused development, he still needs to pay him for his background work on the SMP because he still did work for username. Screenshot 3 has username avoiding this subject entirely, saying, would you or someone you know be willing to purchase ownership of the whole network? And then Mystic says, you can't avoid the initial issue here, you need to pay us. And he said halt all the work on the SMP as to avoid the initial issue of him getting paid. Skip that entire part entirely. Username did not pay him correctly even for the work that he did on the SMP and made multiple excuses as to why he shouldn't pay them, including saying would you be willing to purchase ownership of the whole network, wanting to discard the network entirely because of the network problem. Repeat that the commissioner got paid, however it was a lot of a hassle for him to get paid. User constantly switching the topic as to get paid because it's an uncomfortable subject to avoid paying your commissioners. He goes on to explain specifically what upset me about stretching terms to benefit himself. His response was and I followed up with, do you ever think of the people that work for you? And his response was, you agreed to my terms. The most frustrating thing about this is I consider MUT a friend, however, this does not surprise me. It's really a shame he keeps running into these issues, especially with the following that he has. By the way, all of this can be found in the description in a Dropbox link. This Dropbox link includes a lot of evidence as to this situation. You can also find it on RTC's Twitter. I have not shown the full evidence, however, I will show most of it. Basically, in the Pod Payment Drama folder, the issue started in July when the person says they left the group chat and the 2 developers that he had with MyUsernamesThis and himself due to some internal drama. In there, MUT and there agreed to take turns every month for developing and maintaining the bots of one of the Discord servers. In November of 2021, one of the bot developers brought to my attention that no payments have been made for the months of August, September, and October. Those were the months that user was supposed to pay, by the way. As you can see in the messages, the bot developers tried to contact MUT about payment and he ghosted them. Additionally, when confronted in November, he tried to avoid paying by making the excuse that there was no activity or engagement in the server. Therefore, there's no need to pay. After a few days of constant pinging and messaging, we paid the developers with an addition of a late fee. I apologize for leaving the original group chat and took full responsibility for my actions. However, it seemed MUT did not realize he was in the wrong and never apologized for this. It's very frustrating to see this behavior from an adult with over 1 million subscribers. Now let's get into the screenshot. The first folder provided is Muzz DMs. Basically, Muzz DMs say that he has not been paid. Numbers 1, 2, and 6 say that he has not been paid and these keep waiting to be paid. Number 3, 4, and 5 explain that there is not getting compensated for the bot work and that they are getting impatient. In the shared group chat folder, as you can see, this is how they said they were going to split up the payments. Total, I'm going to split up this payment, says Mystic Elephant, and one of the bottom screenshots in the other corner. They say it's long overdue, and as you can see, here are some screenshots as to say this is overdue. They've been pinging him tons of times, he didn't pay up, and this is basically what these screenshots are explaining. You can also pause to read some of these screenshots. There is much more evidence in this situation, but I feel that is the most important. So first off, for the ADS payment, he said he was going to pay him for the SMP. He eventually paid him late, but that was very much a big hassle for him. Next up, bot payment. He ended up not paying at all for the bots in the certain months in which they had to pay a late fee due to his incompetence, which is really such a shame for a million sub YouTuber. I know he can do better, and this is what this video is trying to push. Basically, MyUsernamesThis was also under fire for refusing to pay his 15-year-old animator Java Creates for making his third most popular music video with 11 million views better together. Multiple YouTubers such as Flamingo offered to pay him, paid him $2,900, but Java Creates denied it, and so much more. The tweet reads, "Hey MyUsernamesThis, any updates on when you're gonna pay me for animating / making your third most viewed video?" Shown in the tweet is multiple screenshots as to this situation that says, "Can I have some money, like 25%? They agreed on 25%. MyUsernamesThis eventually paid this 25%, but a year later, which just shows his incompetence at the end of the day. Some ordinary gamers cover this. So many people covered this situation, which ended up making the situation go viral on Twitter, YouTube, and so much more, ultimately slamming MyUsernamesThis in the process and forcing him to pay due to the public pressure. Username may be my friend, but at the end of the day, he wouldn't have paid due to public pressure, and I believe that strongly. This video stands as a reminder for Username's mistakes, that he needs to move on, start paying people correctly, and start treating his commissioners fairly. Username ended up putting out one last final thread recognizing what he did wrong, which I think is a right step in the right direction, which says, "Thank you for the discussion in the Twitter space today. I recognize there's things that I've done in the past that weren't the best decisions. I'm in the process of compensating those who should have been compensated right now. I deeply apologizing for defrauding everyone through this whole situation, mainly due to my own conflicting views on how to compensate others. Part of me learns towards gifting, the other part leans not as much. I really want to make this better for everyone in the future, so I will take initiative and lead towards open compensation and tipping. I understand if you don't trust me commissioning you for the time being, that's 100% okay. I understand the situation will not heal overnight. I'm disappointed that I thought it was okay for my ultra legal business side to take over during this time, and I'd like to make it clear I do not have a grudge against anyone involved. I want things to be resolved just like you do." That was a good apology, and I felt it take initiative towards the situation. I truly believe that Username has a lot to work on, but he also has a lot of character development to do, so we should see where this should go in the future. Please do not attack Username. This is just a reminder of what happened and to catch everyone up on what happened. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. It means a lot to me. I'll see you in the next video.